out where the whiskey whispers in ghost town bars, a shadow cast long by the light of the stars. Dust devils dance on cursed cracked clay, church bells silent since Judgment Day. A lone train whistle splits the silent desert night, a song for the broken out of hope, out of sight. Oh, gunpowder serenade, play your mournful tune. My heart beats and echoes under this cold desert moon. Lead and prayers, the currency of the damned. I'll walk these dead lands, gun heavy in hand. She was a mirage, a fleeting sweet dream. Her love slipped through like a whiskey stream. Betrayal burned just like a church set aflame. Only ashes of promises whispered her name. From the dust of forgotten graves I rise, haunted by the sorrow in her stormy eyes. Oh, gunpowder serenade, sing through the night. Fuel my vengeance, guide my side. Silver bullets for the ghost in my head, a trail of the living, a prayer for the dead. Me a silhouette stitch with scars of treachery. The gun's cold kiss, a lover's final betrayal. In the echo of the shop, truth and myths unveil. So gunpowder serenade, play your last refrain. In the silent desert, only memories remain. With each step forward, my old self dies. A prayer to the night under unforgiving skies. Oh, gunpowder serenade, let the spirits dance. In the dust of my past, I've made my last stand.
Out there where the train whistles cut through the night, dusty roads twist like the secrets they hide. I rode through a town where the church burned to ground. Every cross stood black neath the moon's mournful frown. Ashes of the last ride swirling in the wind, haunted by the echoes of the sins I can't rescind. Whiskey whispers softly, betrayal's bitter taste on the cursed trail of vengeance, gone without a trace. Dawn cracked like the bottle I threw against the wall, in the valley where shadows and old lovers call. I found her locket near the forgotten graves, underneath the willow that wept for our betrayals. Ashes of the last ride caught in a dust storm's cry. Silent deserts witness under a vengeful sky. Whiskey numbing memories of love that could not last. On the cursed ground I wandered, haunted by the past. Face to face with the ghost in the mirror's cold stare. The gun in my hand, weighed down by despair. Whispers in the wind, a reckoning to behold. In the silver light, my revenge bitter and cold. this ghost town's heart, I find no peace, no home. With each step forward, I leave the past to burn in the ashes of the last ride. There's no return. So listen well to the tale of a man left to fend in the haunted silence where all journeys end, where dust settles over stories untold in the ashes of the last ride, forever cold. In the ghost of a town where the dust whispers secrets, under the moon's silver watch she walks without sound. Her veil's as dark as the night's cold embrace, past shuttered doors down by the ground of unsound. Whiskey bottles in decay line the chapel's old aisles, where once vows were promised, now only shadows attend. Oh, the silence of the bride in black, haunting the ruins of love turned cold. Her heart's a deserted track, echoing the lies that the winds have told. In the silence, in the black, revenge breathes a tale never old. They said he was a drifter, came in on a southbound train. Whistle cut through the night like a scream out of hell. Promised her forever, left only pain. Now her tears are dried up like the old wishing well. In her hand a faded photograph burns in the fire of the church where her dreams turn to dust. The silence of the bride in black wanders through memories as sharp as rust. Her love was a one-way track, gone with the wind in betrayal she trusts. In the silence, in the black, she walks the cursed lands doing what she must. Down by the railroads where the night hides sins, she finds him laughing, a new love by his side. Thunder rolls as her vengeance begins. The storm's rage mirrors the fury in her stride. A flash of steel under the lightning's cracked silhouettes entwined, then just one stands back. Now the silence of the bride in black carries the echoes of justice's cloud. Across the silent desert she'll track back, in her heart a dusty road unwrapped. In the silence, in the black, bride of vengeance, no more to be trapped. So listen close to the wind's low moan, in the silence of a bride turned stone.
Dusty stretch where shadows cross, the moon hangs low, revealing loss. Whiskey bottles clink in hollow song, midnight on the lonely road.
where spirits belong. A lone coyote calls to a ghost town's lights. It's a canvas painted black, missing all its rights. Underneath the starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Each step is a memory, each breath a burning pyre. Midnight on the lonely road, kindling old desires. There's a tale they whisper of a love betrayed. Her laughter haunts the canyons by the creek where they lay. A preacher man once told of redemption and sins. Now his church lies in ashes as the dust storm begins. The train whistles mourn like a widow softly. In the night's chilly grasp, no soul dares to flee. Underneath the starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Footprints lead to nowhere, in the sand they conspire. Midnight on the lonely road, awakening the light. Face to face with the past at the old hanging tree. Forgotten graves stir, whisper, set us free. A gun's cold echo in the valley tonight. Truth and retribution blend under the pale moonlight. Let the stars bear witness, let the cold wind howl. Revenge or forgiveness under fate's stern scowl. Now I walk with shadows, in silence I roam. Midnight on the lonely road, this cursed land my home. In the quiet dead of night, beneath a ghostly pale moonlight, a whistle cuts the silence like a noose drawn tight and right. Dusty boots step on board, his shadow long and lean, on a midnight train to nowhere, through lands cursed and unseen. No mercy in the midnight train, it rolls through barren lands, haunted by the whispers of men with blood-stained hands. Whiskey bottle at his feet, his heart is cold as the desert air. No mercy in the midnight train, just the weight of despair. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town now burned and lost. Betrayal's price was heavy, a line forever crossed. In a churchyard left forgotten, where the wild violets dare to grow, lies the secret of sorrow only the midnight winds now know. No mercy in the midnight train. It screams like the haunted past. Each mile a reminder that nothing good shall last. Dust storm in his soul, a ghost town in his mind. No mercy in the midnight train, no peace will he ever find. In the flicker of the cabin light, he faces who he's become, a man shaped by vengeance under the indifferent stars above. The train rattles onward as he clutches the locket's chain, last memento of a love that drowned in the pouring rain. No mercy in the midnight train, a tale of a heart turned to stone, on tracks that lead to nowhere, forever damned to roam. With every clack and clatter, echoes of his fate unwind. No mercy in the midnight train, just the ghosts he's left behind. This song tells a story of loss and the relentless pursuit of a haunted past, driven by the rhythm of a train that offers no redemption, moving through landscapes as desolate as a man's own heart. In the silence of a moonlit desert town, dust dances with the memories fading down. Echoes of the train on forgotten tracks, bottled clink filled with secrets deep and black. A ghost carries tales of a burning church where vows were traded on a wooden perch. Every whistle moan and the cinders fly underneath the ghostly starless sky. Whispers in the midnight train carry stories of the love and pain, where the broken hearts claim their due in the whispers. Lies start feeling true. Once rode with her through the cursed lands, with hopes as vast as the desert sands. But betrayal's breeze blew a colder night, left me with shadows, took away the light. In a ghost town where our dreams lay dead, she vanished like words I never said. Now each station's just a grave unkept for the promises we never kept. Whispers in the midnight train speak of sorrow, of the deepest strain. Echoes of a love that's through in the whispers. I'm still next to you. I make my stand, a bottle's curse clutched tight in hand. The wind's confession, so cruel and stark, reveals her shadow in the moon's dark arc. Whispers in the midnight train mark the map of my heart's terrain. Fate's revolver spins again in the whispers. I face my sin as the train cries under the midnight veil. I walk these
In a ghost town where the dust whispers sin, lay a bottle half empty, echoes of gin. Train tracks rusty, the depot's lights dim. A shadow moves slow where hope's light grows thin. Gone with the whiskey, my heart rides the storm. Lost in the bottle where true lies are born. Old church bells toll for vows that were sworn. Gone with the whiskey where devils are formed. Secrets are kept in graves unmarked where silent tears wept. She promised forever, then away she crept with a gunslinger's heart that ain't never slept. Gone with the whiskey, my dreams turn to dust, trust turned to ashes. In betrayal we trust. Love's just a memory, fading to rust. Gone with the whiskey, in shadows I'm lost. I saw the truth hidden in her ice-cold eyes. Revenge whispered in the old town's cries. A bullet for a heart under darkening skies. Whiskey, revenge burns deep. Silent desert holds the secrets I keep. In the cold night wind, the willows they weep. Gone with the whiskey, in death's sleep I'll leap. In the shadow of the old church spire, underneath the moon's pale choir, lies a town swallowed by the sand, whiskey bottles and withered hands. Dust storms whisper through broken doors, echoes of boots on creaking floors. Ghost trains moan in the dead of night, haunting the edge of the fading light. Beneath the ghost town secrets lie, buried under a cursed sky. Hearts once pledged in shadow deeds, now just ghosts and tumbleweeds. There's a tale of a love betrayed in the silent streets where we once played. A silver locket, a rusted gun, a game that two could never have won. She promised
promised forever by the burning church, left a man with his soul in the lurch. Her laughter's a memory fading fast in the winds of a whispered past. Beneath the ghost town, vengeance waits in the shadows of sealed fates, where love once lived, now only grief among the dust and forgotten leaves. In this desert I face my sin, the echoes of what might have been. The wind calls out her sweet false name as I light the match, set the past aflame. Beneath the ghost town I find my rest, in the heart of the wild, wild west, forgiving the ghost in the desert's embrace. In the silence I find my grace. Each verse and chorus weaves through the sorrowed yarn of a deserted, cursed town. It's forgotten tales and buried pains, immortalized in the old west sawing embrace. In the heart of a silent desert, under a cobalt sky, there lies a moonlit graveyard where the forgotten cry. Whiskey bottles and dried roses lay scattered in the dust, echoes of train whistles in the winds we used to trust. Oh, lament for the moonlit graveyard, where shadows dance with the ghost of the bar. Beneath the curse of an old dead star, here lie dreams that wander too far. A burning church on the hill, where we once heard hymns and lies, now just a shell hosting crows under smoke-choked skies. You whisper secrets in the dark, like venom sweet and vile. Promise love near the old creek bed, led me mile by mile. Oh, lament for the moonlit graveyard, where vows break like the ground hard. Underneath the silvered beam, love's lost in this haunted dream. where I bury the pain that's been scarred. With a gun and a rose I write this ode. In moonlit silence alone I troll. Forgive me, love, as I lay you to rest in the heart of the land that knows no zest. So hear my tale, a ballad so grave, of love and betrayal no one could save. Lament, oh lament, for the moonlit graveyard, where even the brave are marked. In the valley where the shadows play, dirt's as red as the sins we lay. 'Neath the haunted moon's watchful gaze, there's a cold whisper of old bygone days. Train whistles moan through cursed land, echoing the touch of a ghostly hand. Where roses in the casket waits, underneath the church it's too late. Hearts bound by a love turned hate, where roses in the casket wait. Once we danced where the rivers flow, till betrayal planted seeds of woe. Sweet lies like the whiskey burns in a town of dust, there's no return. Burning church lit the night ablaze, old shadows flicker in its amber haze. Where roses in the casket waits, the tale of love now desecrate. Through silent deserts I contemplate, where roses in the casket waits. In the silence, midst the forgotten graves, I found the truth hidden away. The gun in my hand weighs heavy now. Revenge is a promise I vow to avow tonight. Under this lonesome sky's dome, I'll settle the debts far from home. Where roses in the casket waits, this heart no longer contemplates. Face sealed on this cursed date, where roses in the casket waits. Where roses in the casket waits. Out in the ghost town where the shadows creep, dust devils dance where the secrets keep. Old whiskey bottles clink in mournful song. Railroad tracks stretch cold and long. A lone church burns in the twilight's glow. Flames whisper tales of a heart's woe. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once held tight. Under the pale moon's judging eye, gone with the lost love, never to retry. forgotten graves, beneath the crosses among the staves. Her laughter echoed a haunting tune under the cursed sun and the darkened moon. But betrayal's knife was sharp and sleek, left my soul hollow and my heart weak. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once burned bright. Under the stars, cold silent jest, gone with the heart torn from my chest. On silent deserts, the truth I faced, every memory I can't erase. Her ghost in the winds, an endless call through the dust storms that rise and fall. Revenge, a fire that in me resides, right in the dark where vengeance hides. Gone with the pain, gone with the spite, gone with the love into the night. Accept the silence, the soul's deep cut. Gone with the lost love, the door now shut. In the end, it's just me and the dust. Gone with the lost love, in whom I trust. Out where the whistle splits the silence, beneath the scorched sun's glare, rode a man with shadows in his eyes and dust tangled in his hair. In a ghost town where his boots fell, echoed tales of cursed gold. Every step a story of betrayal, every shadow bore a soul. Buried in the last ride, where the vultures circle slow, lost loves whisper in the dust storm, where the silent deserts know. His heart a forgotten graveyard, his dreams like whiskey poured, buried in the last ride by the gun or by the sword. He once loved a maiden fair as dawn, with a laugh like springtime's creek. But the outlaw's path was written sand by a fate both cruel and bleak. In his wake a church was burning, in his hand her locket's chill, betrayed by a brother's greed, in the night when time stood still. Buried in the last ride, neath the stars' accusing glow, lost love's cry in the dust storm, where only the brave dare go. His path a line of tombstones, his drink the bitter cord, buried in the last ride by the lie or by the word. Under moonlight, with the devil's tempting deal, he chose the road of vengeance, with a heart too broke to heal. Faced the brother at high noon, saw the fear in eyes once known. 2 shots fired in the silence, One man falls, the truth is sown, buried in the last ride, where the sagebrush holds the wind. Lost love sigh in the dust storm, where the sinner's tales are pinned. Now he rides the endless prairie, where the lost souls wind and ward, buried in the last ride with his peace or with his sword. In the heart of a town they forgot to name, the desert sun bleeds into rusty frames. Whiskey bottles lay scattered in the sand, echoes of laughter, a vanished band. A silenced church with its broken cross, here ghosts dance to the tune of Lost. Ghost town and smoke under a blood-red sky, where the dreams of the damned refuse to die. Whispers float in the winds of despair, this cursed land stripped raw and bare. A spirit wanders with eyes like the storm, hunting the shadows of a love forlorn. Beneath the old oak, a forgotten grave, lies the heart of the girl he couldn't save. The train still whistles a lonesome cry over tracks where old sins lie. Ghost town and smoke under the haunted moon, cradles the secrets of a man marooned. Each gust of wind a sigh of what's lost in this silent desert. Each soul pays the cost. He faces the phantom, his heart in drought. Forgive me, darling, his cracked voice pleads, but the wind just howls and the ghost town bleeds. Ghost town and smoke, where he'll forever roam. In the dust and the ashes he finds his home. A bottle of whiskey, his only friend, in a town too gone for amends. Ghost town and smoke, the curse he chose to keep, where love lies buried too deep. In the quiet dead of night, beneath the ghostly pale moonlight, a whistle cuts the silence like a noose drawn tight and right. Dusty boots step on board, his shadow long and lean, on the midnight train to nowhere, through lands cursed and unseen. No mercy in the midnight train, it rolls through barren lands, haunted by the whispers of men with bloodstained hands. A whiskey bottle at his feet, his heart is cold as the desert air. No mercy in the midnight train, just the weight of despair. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town now burned and lost. Betrayal's price was heavy, a line forever crossed. In a churchyard left forgotten, where the wild violets dare to grow, lies the secret of his sorrow. Only the midnight winds now know. No mercy in the midnight train. It screams like the haunted past. Each mile a reminder that nothing good shall last. Dust storm in his soul, a ghost town in his mind. No mercy in the midnight train. No peace will he ever find. In the flicker of the cabin light, he faces who he's become. A man shaped by vengeance under the indifferent stars above. The train rattles onward as he clutches the locket's chain. Last memento of a love that drowned in the pouring rain. No mercy in the midnight train. A tale of a heart turned to stone, on tracks that lead to nowhere, forever damned to roam. With every clacking clatter, echoes of his fate unwind. No mercy in the midnight train, just the ghost he's left behind. This song tells a story of loss and the relentless pursuit of a haunted past, driven by the rhythm of a train that offers no redemption, moving through landscapes as desolate as the man's own heart. In the shadow of the mesa, where the sun forgot to rise, lies a town too scared to whisper under cursed and stormy skies. Dust devils dance with secrets in the streets where we once tread, past a church with scorched black windows and the whispers of the dead. Hear the whispers in the cursed land, calling soft by night, revenge on chilling breezes beneath the pale moonlight. Each broken soul's a story of love that's turned to sand, all trapped beneath the silence in the whispers of this land. Whiskey bottles lay forgotten in the bar where ghosts reside. Train whistles moan in distances where my old love used to hide. That night the wind was screaming as the fire took its claim, left nothing but her locket and our love a whispered name. Hear the whispers in the cursed land, cries that pierce the dark, burning tales of old betrayal and hearts forever marked. Each step stirs the ash of memories and dreams that couldn't stand, all buried in the quiet and the whispers of this land. At the crossroads under starlight,
I am. In the dust I saw her face and all the pain at hand. The land holds every secret like a curse upon the sand. Now the whispers in the cursed land, they sing a lonesome tune of love lost to the shadows and hearts out of tune. I walk these haunted valleys where our dreams were planned, fading in the echoes of the whispers of this land.
In a ghost town, swallowed by the sand, the steeple bells no longer ring for the damned. Whiskey bottles lay broken, a story untold neath the cursed skies, black and cold. Ashes of memories laced from her gown haunt the alleys of this forsaken town. Oh, the curse of ashes and lace, where love's a ghost lost without trace. Under the moon's mournful embrace, we dance with doom in this desolate place. Once a lover, now an outlaw's face, betrayed by a kiss in this cursed space. A train whistle cries over lands that God left, echoes of footsteps, theft after theft. A burning church, its embers still weep for souls buried shallow and secrets they keep. Oh, the curse of ashes and lace, bound by sorrow, bound by disgrace. In the shadow of sin, we lost the race, left to wander this ghostly base. In the dust storm's rage, I see her eyes, flickering like stars in stormy skies. With every gust, her whispers pierce the night. Revenge your love, son, what's your fight? The gun in my hand, cold as her grave, silent decisions of the brash and the brave. So here's to the curse of ashes and lace, to the love that died but can't be erased. In this silent desert, I make my stand, a haunted outlaw in a cursed land. Oh, the curse of ashes and lace, In the heart of a ghost town silence, under a blood moon's glow, whiskey bottle laying shattered where the cold wind blows. Echoes of the train whistle cutting through the night. Church bells burn to cinders, embers light the fire. Midnight in the ashes where the lost souls weep, haunted by the secrets that the shadow deserts keep. On a bed of broken promises, under stars that curse your name, midnight keeps repeating, every night the same. Dust storms swirl the memories of a love that's been betrayed. Silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. She vanished like the smoke from the barrel of my gun, left me with the echoes of what I'd undone. Midnight in the ashes where the past won't find its rest. Every whisper in the darkness puts my soul to test. With a heart weighed down by vengeance and the eyes too dry to weep, midnight chants the sorrow, stealing peace from sleep. Came upon an outlaw with eyes much like my own, reflection of my darkest nights into my marrow bone. He said, look into the shadows, that's where your answers lie. In the mirror of the night sky, I saw just my rifle and I. Midnight in the ashes, now I make my stand. Fate's a twisted road that's guided by a vengeful hand. Let the stars bear witness to the deeds that must unfold. In the ashes of the midnight, let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. In the heart where the shadows drown, old whiskey bottles lay thrown around. Dust storms dance on forsaken streets, where my boots echo and past whispers meet. Gone with the ghost town under blood-red skies. Lost love's laughter now, just ghostly cries. Where dreams are dust and the old church burns, I'll walk with shadows till the night returns. There's a memory fading on the chapel floor of the woman I loved, ain't here no more. She left with a stranger, train whistle blew. In the night so silent, my revolver knew. Gone with the ghost town under morning moons, echoes of footsteps in abandoned saloons. With each crackling fire, my old heart yearns for a whisper of her as the candle burns. Gone with the ghost town where vengeance lies, in the silent desert under stormy skies. Now I'm just a specter where sorrow turns in the dust of legends and love that burns. Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free, dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town's breeze, echoes of laughter lost in the freeze, where the undertaker's hymn waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze. There lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. We find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand. She vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke a sin as the church burned bright, another soul lost to the desert night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Life fades as quickly as the rusty gates creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the undertaker's hymn waits. The spirit sigh. Stand at the crossroads, gun heavy in hand. The sky splits open over cursed land. Echoes of the past, they rise and swell, caught between heaven and the fires of hell. The truth sharp as a knife cuts deep and clear. Her ghost in the moonlight, ever near, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Resolve hardens like the frost and cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate I embrace. Let the desert swallow my mournful cries, where the undertaker's hymn waits. A gunslinger lies. Ooh. Let the dust settle where it may. In this silent desert, I'll find my way. In the heart of the lowlands, under blood-red skies, I ride through the ghost town where the old crow flies. Echoes of train whistle, weeping soft and slow, past the church with burned walls where the sad winds blow. 6 bullets of fate in my weathered old gun, each one a memory, each deed undone. Shadows stretch long as my sins parade down cursed lanes in the choice choices I made. Found an old whiskey bottle, dust covered and sealed, in the room where my love's betrayal was revealed. Her picture, a faded reminder of what's lost. A love pure and honest, but oh, what a cost. 6 bullets of fate for the ghost that I keep, each whisper a secret that I can't let sleep. Shadows fall heavy in the silent despair on paths paved with sorrow leading nowhere. There in the silence stood a man, once my friend. His heart turned to stone, on revenge did depend. We drew in the dusk our past written in sand, 2 shadows colliding in this forsaken land. 6 bullets of fate, now 5 in the ground. 1 waits in my pocket where my peace is found. Shadows grow quiet as I kneel and pray in this land of the lost, where I'll soon lay. This darkly woven tale, set in the haunting landscape of a cursed western terrain, tells a story of loss, betrayal, and eventual resignation, all framed by the ominous. Six bullets of fate.